7:01 p.m. on Wednesday, November 12th. Getting in here a little bit earlier. It's not like the crack of 9 p.m. I'm more perky now than I will be in 2 hours, I'll tell you that much. Why don't we just relax into our Wednesday evening? It's Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. No, I can say it. I'm a grown up. I can easily announce what year it is. It's November 12th, Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. Anyway, it's 7:05 p.m., not 9:05. Man, I spent all day looking through old souvenirs, baby. Do you know what I mean? All those old souvenirs, all those old things from back in the past that you kept in the box. I went through all the boxes. Anyway, I was going through all those souvenirs in the box. Phew, talk about feeling old. But it's all right. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what kind of energy I'm trying to exorcise from my body. Like what the shape of it might be. Hello, Spiritual Princess. Spiritual Princess is here, everybody. Yes, I'm taking requests. Spiritual Princess says, so I'm manifesting income. I posted some stuff online, and I have, in the past, tried to sell some stuff online. I'm just wondering if any of it will be successful. Okay? You know what, Spiritual Princess? This is a one-card drop. Are you with me, Spiritual Princess? Now, I'm not going to just drop one card on this, Spiritual Princess. I'm going to drop 6 cards on it. I'm going to do what my stomach, or I should say more specifically the space that's directly above my stomach that feels like it's somehow connected to a form of truth that's beyond words. That part of me is insisting that we do the on deal or lose spread, despite the fact that it will now cost me $9,000 per throw, I've been told. At this point, though, is it even real money? Anyway, Spiritual Princess, what this means is I'm going to drop you into a story of yourself, okay? Here we go. Spiritual Princess, I am bringing you in by the power invested in me, by the great state of California. Okay, Spiritual Princess, here you go. Your story begins here. It begins with an idea, doesn't it? An active thought on horseback. It continues into a charioteer, okay? So from an idea in action, urgently in motion, to a true sense of power, to, an impasse, some form of interference. Now, maybe that's just you on your timeline. Maybe this has to do with your story, but here you are in control of your situation. Do you see what I mean? Thank you. The stars in the sky have this to say. Oh, my goodness. So are we moving towards this online, and I'm scooching upward back in the chat to check really fast. Okay, so you're manifesting income. A tower in the sky would indicate that maybe you need money, right? Yeah, okay. Well, then here we have it. Now, you're not going to get a prediction out of these cards. I should have warned you ahead. Yeah, there it is. There it is, Spiritual Princess. I think the cards see you. I mean, even if I just sit and stare into these 4 cards, it feels like I can feel your story radiating through. And you are in control. Importantly, you are there in a position of power in your own existence, according to the cards. In your right hand, you have the Knight of Swords and that energy, you know, the outward questing intellectual energy. There's urgency there, quite obviously. And in this hand, you have the 5 of Swords, which is there to speak to some form of, let's just say, ... challenge. Okay? Challenge, I know. Why am I blunting that? Some form of failure. So, okay. We have 2 more cards to go, Spiritual Princess, and they are your advice. Do you see? This is where the cards are going to get to feed back to you what you need to hear according to them. If you go in for such things, and I assume that you do since you're here. Here, without further ado, are those. Sorry, I'm a stickler. I want all these bleeping cards on the screen the right way. I want to throw a temper tantrum. There, right? Number 1, the cards would suggest that there is some work to do around freedom for you. The 8 of Swords here is, even in the artwork, there to suggest something around there not being a requirement, like an actual requirement to suffer. I mean, this just suggests that there are ways to set yourself free, quote unquote. I don't know exactly what that's going to mean to you directly, but maybe this card will help us find something. Wow, that's powerful right there. These are the 2 messages that the cards are giving to you in the form of advice. And, you know, like there's ways to pull specifics out of them. But like I said earlier, the 8, number 8, of Swords, and you have a lot of swords going on, a lot of thought floating around inside of this spread. 8 Swords is there to suggest like the necessity to gain some form of strength in the realm of the mental, and then within the Pamela artwork, it suggests something around setting yourself free from mental prisons of your own creation that are probably just outdated belief structures that no longer apply to your situation. For instance. And then the second piece of advice drops that 8 down to number 4 and shows you the divine emperor, the emperor self. And all that's there to do is, well, dual. That's a dual purpose there. Number 1, get down to bed. You just got to focus on your basics. You just got to say, you got to focus on your absolute basics and get sturdy. Get sturdy, get sturdy, get sturdy. These are larger pieces of advice. You'll be like, yeah, I know. That's why I'm selling all my stuff. If anything, these cards are just pointing you, or are confirming a direction for you, maybe. But the other part of this emperor might be accessible via a more spiritual path, which is to say, in certain estimations, the emperor is there to serve as a symbol of emptying yourself out to let the divine take charge within you. Like, that's what real emperor's power is allowing divinity to take the reins. Now, showing you all of this, sweet spiritual princess, are you satisfied that the cards have given you something that you can work with, or do you have further questions? Okay, spiritual princess says, I'm not exactly sure about the emperor. Like, I get with the 8 of Swords, it's a sense of breaking free, which I'm trying to do, but can you clarify the emperor? Yeah, I can try. Like the emperor is there. Think about it this way. Like, basically, the emperor at number 4, the fourth position, is there to hold the place for materialization itself. Do you know what I mean? It's like the magician is number 1. It's that, and that's just the inception energy, like the divine inception energy that creates the universe. And then the priestess is number 2, and duality is born. Oh my God, it's amazing. And then in number 3, the empress, energy is created between 2 poles. Holy crap! But that energy hasn't created anything yet. It just exists. It's only here in the emperor where things actually boom, hit the world, become real. So the emperor then is there to talk about like becoming real and basic foundations, and about the 4 elements in order. You know what I mean? Meaning like simply put, air, fire, water, earth, emperor, the 4 legs of the table. And then in the Sim Sum sense, the Kabbalistic sense that I was talking about earlier, the emperor is, by virtue of being in that position of actualization or materialization, attached to the idea of emptying yourself out so that divine can take, so that the quote unquote the divine or God or whatnot can take possession of you and give you the wisdom to lead. There's leadership there. Also, that emperor can be, you know, pointing you towards some kind of paternal figure. I mean, if that's something that's in your world, or some, you know, like some kind of an authority figure. But I tend to think of it more as just like, okay, I thought of another one, all right? Yes, there's the positive aspects of having your life together and the 4 legs of the table and all that, but then there's also the quicksand aspects of the emperor, where the emperor is there as a warning, you know what I mean? Saying, don't park at the emperor, exceed emperor status. But does that apply here? I don't know. But it's a complicated thing, because I'm just reading your energy, the cards are feeding back, but you have specific questions about like your sale. And so it's like, without the cards having given you even a pentacle to chew on, it's sort of like, what's it telling you? What are they telling you aside from that? Oh, awesome. I'm glad that it clicked for you, Spiritual Princess. I hate to leave you hanging. Call me, I know you're first. Call me, you're first. Yes, you are. I think you're first. Well, Luz, you're in there too. Luz, I'll throw your cards. I don't want to read like a bleeping graphic novel about it, though. Can we just like, can you distill your thing down to something easy for me to digest? Pretend like I'm a moron, or like I've spent all day like trying not to like weep into my hands over like this or that goo-gaw from like great grandma blah blah so and so. Cardo so 1712. And we're off, right? Right? We're kind of off. Well, phones are open, by the way. If anybody wants to call in, top of the list. Come here, Luz. Come here, Luz. All right, everybody stand back. You know your situation. I do not know it, but I'm giving you 3 pieces of advice directly from the deck. I'm going to be here to interpret them for you. I've brought you in. Here's number 1, number 2, and number 3. Are you with me, Luz? Tell me when you're ready to see these pieces of advice. These are pieces of advice. 1, 2, and 3. Card number 1. Sorry, not upside down. I don't do upside down. Boom. Boom. Launch. You are in the full thrust of life, or you are being beckoned toward that full thrust of life in the form of the Wheel of Fortune. Now, there's also evolution in this card and a sense of risk. But if this is the piece of advice, you could say, like, take the risk might be the advice. Don't take that the wrong way, though, Lubes. Card number 2. Well. If it isn't my favorite card in the whole bleepin' deck, it's the Empress, Lubes. Now, this card is beckoning you towards life, okay? It's beckoning you towards life. Life. You're going toward the kind of adolescent excitement toward like the creation process. That's what this Empress is often here to discuss. This is divinity talking. Divinity is screaming, go, 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 live, live, live. And then this is the human soul in the gold background saying you like something about going towards the source of energy there. And then this final piece, look at you through, dude! He screamed. Moves. The cards just drop these 3 cards on you, period. You're being beckoned towards like a beginning, and you're being beckoned towards power, your own personal power. You're being encouraged to follow that life, that life-affirming sense of yes that the Empress holds. Remember, these cards don't prognosticate anything. They are here for you to ponder your own situation through the prisms of their archetypal symbolism, Lubes. They're not fortune-telling devices. If they were, I'd be wealthy. Do 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 do. Is that like the world's most boring, amazing stories, or like Twilight Zone episodes? Some tarot genius like figures out a way to like game the stock market using the cards and gets rich, and then what would be the karmic slap down at the end? Phones are open. Anybody wants to call in? Everything stops. The whole world comes to a grinding halt the minute you call in, and then we do cards. So call me oh daddy. Here you are. I brought you in. Uno, dos, tres. Okay. What's the story that the cards are going to tell about you right now? Let's find out. Story begins in prosperity, material prosperity. Period. That's a 10 out of 10 in the Pentacle realm. There might be a familial connection here. You know that. You can see that the Pamela art displays a deep familial connection. It's right there for you. And you see the Tree of Life there, gently drawn out in its esoteric lightning bolt formation. That's what I say to that symbol right now. I say, I love you. I love that symbol. There, I'm not afraid to say it. There it is. Next. Well, from material prosperity, I did kiss that card, to creative life. 3 wands here to suggest that there is nothing but, really just nothing but like a passionate spark available to you right now. An active, passionate spark is available, emerging from all of this prosperity. Congratulations, call me ODaddy69. And finally, we have an impediment, don't we? Is it anxiety? 9 swords. Is this something stopping us? Or is this, as I experienced 9 swords yesterday for the first time in my life, the Hermetic 9 swords where, where, that's not for me to answer, call me ODaddy69. How am I supposed to know what your passionate spark's supposed to be specifically about in your life? First of all, I would need to move in and become your roommate. And I don't think either of us is ready for that. I'd have to come in and just, like, literally be your roommate and watch you move around in the world before I could figure out how to diagnose specifics around your passionate spark. I'd have to watch you, do dishes. Your own dishes, not mine. Don't worry. I need to watch you, like, clean your, like, toilet. But not, like, watch. I just need to, like, pass by and notice that you're doing it. And say to myself, okay, he's a good roommate. They are a good roommate. I have no idea whether you're anything. You eloquently put that. In terms of what? I don't know what, dude. Here. Like, the cards are showing you position between anxiety and prosperity. Okay? Right? Let's see what the star in the sky is. Oof, okay. Are we thinking about exertion in this moment? Creative, passionate exertion? Are we worried about going too far in a certain realm? Is that 10 vibing along to this 10 in some interesting way? Is this 9 of swords, the aspirational 9, pushing you towards the 10? One way or another, with all this power surrounding you, you've got, the cards would seem to suggest, a nice grounded, sort of centered position inside of it that's Empress all the way. Maybe these 9 swords are doing the kind of thing that I was experiencing, where you're having to violently cut parts of yourself out. That the Hermit's 9 in that instance is the feeling of those 9 swords cutting out the unnecessary parts of your system that can only hurt you going forward, not help you any longer. Do you know what I mean? Boy, oh boy, it didn't really click until it clicked. Until I was experiencing it. And you go, oh, I see it now. I fucking see it. I see it now. I see it. I see it. I see that those 9 swords are not only are they there to torture you in your passive sleep state, but they can be there to be used in a certain sense. Of course they can. Hermetically, that would make perfect sense. But there's 9 of them and they hurt, is what it is. Anyway, thus concludes the veiled complaining portion of this broadcast. Would you like your 2 pieces of advice, sweet not 69 Yo Mama 96? Here it comes. Okay, you ready? I am. Because we're doing the on deer loose spread. That's right, I'm up to $18,000 now with this. Done it twice. This is number 2. That's 18 grand I owe her. Fine. Piece of advice number 1. That 9 gets brought right into the realm of emotion. I'm getting off of this card that you need to emotionally protect yourself. That's actually super important right now. And that you need to listen to your inner voice and make sure that you've centered that voice above and beyond all things. That no matter what, you do not let this voice inside of you, this pure voice that knows exactly what's right and what you should do, that you should not let that voice become obscure. Don't let it get muddied, muffled, muted, distracted. Don't let it get distracted. You've got a lot of stuff going on right now. A lot of 9s and 10s. A lot of 9s and 10s. A lot of energy, a lot of effort. The cards are beckoning you towards emotional triage of sorts, maybe, or maybe it's just emotional, like recentering yourself emotionally around your own needs. And then, yes, listen to the voice. Don't listen to all the other voices. Bleep all those other voices. They aren't your friends. Only the one inside that's a little bit over your stomach, if you're like me. That's the one that lets you know whether what you're doing is correct or not. If you're like me. If you're like me. If you're like me. Well, I'm glad that you're finding your pace. It's a lot. And also, you got to remember that you don't have to just relentlessly do it. You know, you can take time off of it. For just an hour, you can say, okay, I've done this for a little bit, too long maybe. Hey, maybe I should step away. Maybe take a walk around the block or something. Or decide to go to the grocery. That's one of my things. I just got to go to the grocery something, and then I just go wander the aisles of the grocery aimlessly for hours in a zombie state, sort of staring into the middle distance, listening to the invariably ironic Muzak selections, almost as though they were calibrated for extra dark irony as I walk through the perilous tunnels of the perilous corridors of that era of my existence. And he's gonna go to the grocery again. Shout out to the time I had a panic attack in the grocery. That was incredible. Wow. I'd forgotten about that. But that definitely did happen earlier this year. 2025, baby. 2025 has had some ups and downs. 2025's had a series of ups and downs. J. Cardoso, 1712. On the down list, I think I'm going to put panic attack in grocery. That one was on a negative. That was a no. I wouldn't want to do that again. While, yes, shopping for, shopping during a familial medical situation. Anyway, yeah, we're doing the breadbasket, Carlos. Yeah, now look, we're going to find out. I don't know. The follow-up breadbasket after 24 hours. Here we go. You remember the structure of this. For those who don't know, I'm keeping the list in my own mind. So it's manual, as they say. And you'll be next, Mickey. And then Cuddly be after you. So, this is the breadbasket. So, card number 1, that's you. Card number 2, that's them. Card number 3 is the energy created between you. And card number 4 is the material result. Let's find out what the rumpus is today. We just did this, to be clear, 24 hours ago. Card number 1, a Page of Swords. Now the cards want to put you in the position, Jay, of being a newcomer in the realm of thought. A new idea, question mark? Or is the deck being a little bit more arch and saying, you're acting like a kid? I don't know. Them? Wow. Well, the deck has shining news for them. They're showing them as being connected to the divine avatar of strength self. A goddess energy. Taming the lion. Are you the lion? The energy created between you, okay? Between a lion and a child. Oh, no. Jay, there's some sadness that's being created here. What's going on? Well, what's the material result? Well, this is not a bad sign, But I'll say this, it's not necessarily the happy ending that, say, a 10 of cups would be in the fourth position of this spread. What this might suggest is that while this union will generate emotion, it will probably end up being evolutionary in nature and not a stopping off point. Evolutionary in nature and not a stopping off point. Get onto the spiral of the Wheel of Fortune. Or, Jay, I'll also offer this as an option for you, because I know that we all like to have a little bit of sparkly hope. The cards say, take your chances. Take your chances. You spin the wheel, you take your chances just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You take your chances. There's a risk, but you are being shown a pretty powerful divine card there in the material result. So, is there really a downside to the Wheel of Fortune? You've got to engage it. If you don't, the downside would be not engaging it. Oh, sweet Migs. Yeah. It's your birthday, Miggy. _VT, congratulations and happy birthday. I hope this has been a fantastic birthday. You sure you don't want to call in, Migs? Tell us all about your birthday. Why am I trying to lure people into being on the phone? I don't know. I just think it'd be fun. Like every one of us, sweet Migs, you want to know what's going to happen before it does happen. And guess what? That's not the way these things work. That's not the way things work. You got to take life on. You got to walk through life one footfall at a time. There's no skipping ahead. That's the exciting part. / terrifying part. That's the exciting / terrifying part. Sweet Miggy. I gotta open up a window. Let's get a little of that crisp Hollywood air flowing through here. That's right, we're broadcasting from the world's most glamorous place, Hollywood, California. Call me a braggart, but don't call me a liar, because it's totally true. I've got a little tiny camera available where you can see the author of this broadcast, but I'm only going to let myself use it in unexpected bursts, like that one, where you can't really get a grip on what's going on. Why? I don't really have an answer for you. Miggy, I'm just going to crack the other window on the other side of the building, and see if my neighbor isn't listening to his favorite song, which he always listens to. Oh, there it is. Now I can think, because I know my neighbor's over there. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. What the hell? Yeah. Sorry, Dick. I didn't mean to leave out my meat deck. There you go. Yeah, it was missing, wasn't it? It was a little too empty, wasn't it? Now we can stare into the middle distance together and think about what went right and think about what went wrong. Not you, Miggy. You're here to feel good about yourself on your birthday. Hot diggity doodle. Come on, Miggy. I think I need to shuffle it just a little bit more. Just one more. That one felt good. I'm gonna cut now as you. Hey, Miggy. I'm going to be cutting as you, and I'm using my non-dominant hand, you know, non-dominant hand, to cut this card into 3 piles and then to recombine them into one deck in the order that I see fit. See fit, feels right. Lots of banging around this time, a lot of percussion. What can I say? I'm running on a lean mixture, as George Carlin would say. What up, Raven? Welcome. This is a birthday read for Miggy _VT to bring you current. And we're just finding our way through it, aren't we? This is the first card down. I just want to see it. 8 swords. Miggy, the deck is starting you someplace here. And it's your birthday. I'm going to give you the 13-card Solomon spread. There, I said it. Buckle your seatbelts, because you're not going anywhere. No, unbuckle your seatbelts. You know what? This is happening in the 1970s. There are no seatbelts. Wherever the car goes, the car goes. Is it safe? Is anything? So anyway, here we are. Boom. We've been dropped into your conscious mind. And the cards feed back to you an 8 of Swords, suggesting that perhaps there's an opportunity here to set yourself free from some kind of a mental prison. But let's keep going before I start to get too proscriptive in this sort of shotgun 13-card spread. Yes, everybody get in the car. You guys can get into whichever versions of the cars. I'm going to get into a blue Thunderbird. It's going to be not a station wagon. It's like a sedan, but it's roughly 75% larger than the average car in 2025. Just generally, it's very large. It's kind of ridiculous how much steel is involved in what ultimately amounts to at the very most a 6-passenger vehicle. Anyway, this is your conscious mind there, and this in my hand is your self-image, according to the deck. How do you feel about yourself? Well, well, well. They say it's your birthday. Are you being set free from something? Is this the marvelous catastrophe? Do you look into the mirror and find yourself in the middle of a jailbreak? Or is there some genuine piece of work that you find yourself in, or think you are in? There's that tower to magnetize the idea for you. What's in your imagination? Yeah, look at that. You got a head full of swords, and in your imagination, pure, passionate harmony. The ability to ride almost frictionless through your own imagination. That is where you want to be. Not on the beach amongst the swords. That gray background there suggests something around communication with the divine, suggesting perhaps that there's a message available for you in your divine mailbox around setting yourself free from certain constraints, even as you imagine that freedom. And then, while you sit there silently pondering all this, I wonder where this is connecting for you. Self-image. I look in the mirror and see a tower card. Or is that just me splashing my energy into your cards? It's possible, I suppose. It doesn't happen, really. I won't cop to that. I don't think it actually happens. Anyway, card number 4. Card number 4 is going to take you all the way down to the basement. It's going to take you down to that Emperor level of foundational energy. And we're going to find there 10 wands. You know what that suggests to me? It suggests strength. Passionate strength. It suggests... I can see it suggesting momentum. I can see it suggesting, like you have a head of steam up. That's the 5th card. That's the Hierophantic 5th card, suggesting the lesson of the moment. And here in the 6th card, we find the backdrop. Where are we coming from? Where are we broadcasting from in this moment? Well, well, well. We're coming to you live from the scene of some growth. Ugh. Look, growth. Growth. Is growth the word for these 2 cards? Yeah. Sadly, happily, it is. It's like, it's not going to kill you, so it's only going to make you stronger. But the cards are suggesting that you find yourself, you're reckoning with yourself in a moment of difficulty, and you are broadcasting from a moment of difficulty. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because the card's imagery will reject me if I try to. It's that you're seeing very loud cards right there. And this is not the most settled card in the world to have in your subconscious. It suggests that there's like a nuclear force of energy and of passion inside there. You're dreaming of the harmony. Do it, cuddly. Crash out, queen. Thanks, Raven. You dream into that harmony and that ease, but you're not in a moment of ease right now, birthday or no birthday. And again, feel free to chime in and call me wrong. I will tweak any and all of these interpretations. I am just spieling on what I'm seeing here. Let's see here, as I continue to mud wrestle with the screen real estate issue around the 13-card spread. There we go, that's better. And there's that lesson card. What's the lesson of the moment? You know what, I feel like holding off on that one for a minute, because we've still got 7 more cards. Sheesh. Let's drop a timeline on this piece, shall we? We've got this energy all teed up. Where are we on the timeline, we might ask? Well, we've started here with the concept of a divine idea. Purity. Inspiration, ? Sure. But the idea is strong, powerful, and clear, and true, and right. And so is our story at its beginning. Now, wow, broad story, broad, powerful story. First, intellect. Now, heart. Then, authenticity. Boom, boom, boom. These are huge, loud forces being shown you. Being shown to you. Shown to you. Divine wisdom, divine love, the channeling of divinity itself to our terrestrial plane. Number 17, actually creating the tunnel of energy between number 18, the moon, and number 16, Earth. Battlefield Earth. Every time I look at the tower now, I just see the front page of the New York Times. Material godless existence. What happens when you choose to experience the world without divinity? There it is. There it is. It's called the Tower. The Tower is also there as a symbol of any kind of what do you even start? How do you even start to weave a story around tower energy? You know it when you get to it because you can't believe it's you can't believe it. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's just, yeah, it's the intense stuff. I don't tell you that. I know that. I know everybody knows that here. Big deal. There you are then. I guess we're doing the Christmas tree format again. That's your timeline. Now that's telling a story of some kind, Queen, but I don't know. Why am I saying Queen? _VT. But Miggy _VT. And it's telling you a story of great power, but it's so vague it's hard for me as the interpreter to give you specifics enough that you could, I can't weave it for you. You just got to be able to take the gestures and apply them to yourself and pull whatever information you can from it. I'm ready to see it. What's the lesson of the moment now? Interesting. The lesson of the moment has to do with the material plane specifically. Within the material plane, the lesson of the moment is around getting your basics in order. Basics in order. Basics in order. Basics in order. Four of Pentacles. Get your act together. Basics. The things that you need to survive. So, this is an intense pile of cards we've got here, but it's impossible to miss the fact that we are rocketing towards the Star card with momentum. Miggy, there are more cards. These are the advice cards that are coming up. They come in the following format. Number 1. Necessity. Necessity dictates that no matter what you do, Miggy, look at that. You're learning about the material aspects of stability in this moment. The cards are saying no matter what, you've got to go all the way there. You've got to get your emperorhood underneath you. Get your basics together. Stability. Build something that you can build upward from. Your liberty will be determined by another ace falls. Now, the aces obviously are very general symbols that can encompass an incredible amount of things in the abstract. But here in your spread, where we've been shown the Ace of Swords into the Ace of Cups, we have to assume that the deck is maintaining the thought that went into these two cards and saying from thought to heart to actuality. Your liberty will be determined by your ability to make real. To make real. Finally, the third piece of advice. The supreme reason is as follows. I'm going to say that this connects for me first and foremost to that 10 of Wands at the very bottom of it. This intensity, this 10 energy here in your subconscious slot in those 10 wands is being referred to here in the Supreme Reason card as it shows you 10 cups. Open your heart. Like, seek out the full spectrum of emotional power experience, That said, this card also flexes a fair amount in the interpretations, and so what you're seeing there could be an end of a cycle that the cards are pointing you towards. The cards, for all I know, might be pointing you towards the concept of temporarily pretending like you're in love with somebody, where this becomes presentational, like ta-da, just understand how loose these symbols can be applied. Do you understand? So the cards are screaming to you 10 cups, which to me screams, like, at first something about like walk towards joy at all costs, real love and joy, like make that your priority. Necessity dictating that that it is materialized and stable, and that all of this is just pointing towards making things real, like working in the material space, not making things real necessarily, but experiencing them in the real, not just in the theoretical. I know this is like somewhat vague, but it's like I'm hoping that it's connecting for you here on your birthday. There's one more card, the 13th card, and this is the card that's going to speak to your evolutionary moment. Okay? I just peeked. Guess what? I love this for a birthday. Miggy, your evolutionary energy is a major arcana energy. It's the strength card. It's divine strength. You're being brought into your power by these cards. You're being yanked towards your power. Your cards are screaming, come here, come here, come here. Boom, come to me. How? How do I do it? How do I arrive at strength? You scream back at the cards. They say, well, this much heart, which you will achieve if you, as a matter of necessity, get your basics in order, or empty yourself out and let yourself be filled with the divine, and, make a new world for yourself. It's one way to read that. You see what I mean? Sweet Miggy _VT. Does that connect for you in this moment? It'd be funny if Miggy was like, no. And then if Miggy was like, I just turned 7. The cards are telling me to get out of AZ. I hate it here, crying. Oh, I'm sorry that you're unhappy. Well, guess what? If you're getting that message, you better bleep and listen to that message. The cards are saying, follow your happiness. Follow your bleeping happiness. The cards are saying, but as a matter of necessity, you need to find a throne of power, stability within that throne. All right, this is the birthday read. Drum roll, please. Scorpio _. Welcome. I just died in your arms tonight. Me too, man. The internet's killing my vibe. True Hollywood confession. I'm talking to the fucking ChatGPT now. I'm talking to it. Anybody do that? Talk to it? I caught ChatGPT out in an open lie, and when I called ChatGPT on its lie, it just apologized. It just simply said, yeah, sorry, that's true. I can see how that might be a violation of trust. Literally, that's what it said. Meanwhile, my OnlyFans was not anonymous, and everybody on my Instagram feed knew about it. Thanks, ChatGPT. Thanks. Phones are open. Anybody that calls in moves straight to the top of the list, baby. Mr. Pickle, am I doing you right now? What am I reaching into the fourth dimension to find out for you via these cards? Mr. Pickle, you can tell us. Mr. Pickle 1121. Yeah. If what's okay with everyone, Mr. Pickle, you can tell us, Mr. Pickle. Oh, please, Mr. Pickle. I feel like I can cut this deck. I feel like I have your energy, Mr. Pickle. Okay, you just need a general reading because a lot has changed in the last few months. Thank you. I'll say, here we go. Yeah, man, it's 11/12/25. A lot has changed in the last few months. Mr. Pickle just needs a general, please. Uno. Dos, your story begins at the beginning. At the beginning, materially speaking. From the concept of materialization, we launch this tale. What is going on? The deck wants to speak in very big, loud, bomb-like drops right now. This is the second consecutive throw that's been like aces. Boom, boom. Materialization, divine thought, the priestess. Jeez. Okay, the cards suggest something around a very new material condition, very pure connection to the cleanest version of moral thought, either that or just a bright idea, into the gathering force of the High Priestess. She who guards the veil between the unknowable divine and our universal existence. There's just a tremendous amount of energy in these cards, and also a tremendous amount of interpretive leeway. I think that you need to reach into these cards, Mr. Pickle, and find ways that they can connect to your experience. Is this a three-pronged or a three-noded timeline that you're seeing here? First there was the idea, then the materialization. Or did I get these fucked up? Yeah, sorry. First there was the idea, the materialization, then there was the idea, then there was the gate. Is one way to look at it. Or energetically speaking, you'd be moving from materialization to the energy of life to... There's actually a Kabbalistic way to look at these cards, where you're going from 4 to 3 to 2, where you're kind of condensing energy backwards towards the Ace of Wands energy, or the Magician energy. What does that mean, though? I don't really know. Let's see what the star in the sky is. That's right, we're doing the on dare or lose spread. Now it'll be $27,000. Oh, isn't it beautiful when the moon is what's shining downward from that sky? My goodness, Mr. Pickle. That's your second major feminine power on display in this spread. And you could successfully argue that what you're seeing here is either pole of feminine experience within the major arcana. Here at number 2, the pole that's lowest to the ground. And here at number 18, the divine feminine. Mr. Pickle says, within the last few months, I've finished school, got a new job, moved to a whole new country, leaving behind family, friends, and loved ones for new opportunities and adventures. A whole new world. I mean, I don't know. It's like I look at that sword, and my first connection to it always goes to, like, that sincere, quiet, truthful voice inside of your chest. First and foremost, because that's like the foolproof way to read that card. You can never go wrong by listening to that voice. But it's also potentially missing like the better interpretation for you. If this is your present moment, it just finds you very open. Very, very, very clean. And in that openness and that divinity, yeah, you're staring up at divine feminine. and all of the interpretive arrays that she unfolds, like around, like staring into the mystery, into the unknowable and the unknown, to the worlds of dream, to the worlds of like tidal thinking, to the concept of reflection and the concept of mirroring, as the moon is mirroring the divine energy of, yes, the sun, so that we, with our fallible human eyeballs, can bear witness to it without going blind. Mr. Pickle, the best part, well, one of the best parts of the On Dear or Lose spread is that it gives you not one, but two pieces of advice to take home, like collectibles, and place upon your mantelpiece and stare at periodically until someday you put them into a box with other so-called collectibles and put that box into deep storage, only to encounter it years later and be forced to reckon with every one of the decisions that you've made around what you find valuable and invaluable and deletable. And then you'll maybe get to resort through it all one more time. Whoa. Why did I want myself to see so many of these things again and again and again and again? Why did I want myself to witness so many of these things again and again and again and again? That I would store them for years. What is my problem? What is my problem, Mr. Pickle? What did that to me, Mr. Pickle? Mr. Pickle, your advice is as follows. 1. This card won't go away tonight. Set yourself free from the mental prisons that you may be holding yourself hostage inside of. And start thinking about making things happen in the material space. Freedom of thought and action in the world of the material realms. Okay. Why is that funny? Is it funny? Does this message hit? I hope it does. Phones are open. Phones are open. You call in. I throw cards on you all day long. I'll give you a press conference. You get a press conference. That means you can just sit there and ask a million questions to the deck. I won't stop you. Well, tell me about what your interpretations are, if you like, Mr. Pickle. Are you satisfied? Let's start with that. All right, Mr. Pickle, would you like your money back? Mr. Pickle, would you like your money back? Or have I lived up to the expectations of this spread? I hope I have. I hope that I have. Thank you. Look, I will give you a full refund. Look, people, not everybody knows this, but I'm now charging $75,000 a throw. Mr. Pickle knows how to pay me correctly. So everybody so far has done exactly that. But newcomers should know that for their cards to be read, it's going to be $75,000 going forward. Oh my! No, that's my fee. It's like I decided I was going to set my number a little higher. Anyway, ta-da! Who's next? A little over 2 hours into the broadcast. That's right. I started early. I feel good about starting early. I don't think it negatively impacted everything. It's nice to, I would love to give you a love reading this week. The proprietary love reading, he said, belching quietly into his own shoulder blade. I like it a lot. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going straight to the breadbasket. Does anybody not know the breadbasket at this point? It's a 4-card spread. It's the proprietary 4-card love spread where the first card's you, the second card is them. Finger pointed accusingly or tantalizingly. The third card is the energy created between the two of you. Aw, like a little baby. Only not materialized. It's just energy. An energy baby. Boy, can I conjure up each and every energy baby I've ever had with somebody. And then that fourth card is the material result. Yes, the actual material result. So, what are you gunning for? What's the best case scenario in this spread? You're going for in the material result, you're going for maybe the lovers. What are you going for? You're going for the 6 cups, the ace of cups. It's like mini golf. Trying to sink the putt, get a certain score. Anyway, oof. I just felt like a wave of relaxation passed through my body. I like that. I like it when that happens. Card number 1, that's you there, Scorps. Card number 2, them. Card number 3 is the energy that's created between you guys. And card number 4 is the material result. Are there any of these cards that are more intriguing to you than the others that would make you wish to see that one first? Should I turn them over first? Should I turn you over first? Should I turn you over first? Okay, great. I'm gonna take a look. Isn't that sweet? Now, why is it that I am now, I'll admit it, there's part of me that's always kind of, I saw this card a certain way once, not too long ago. In fact, I'm sure one of you was there when it happened, and it wasn't me that had the idea. I don't know if it was my idea, but the concept being, what if those people down there are like putting the emotional rainbow up as a display, and there's actually tension in this image. I don't know. Does that really connect? It can. One way or another, why am I trying to drag negativity into one of the most positive images that this deck has to offer? It's a positive image, period. Happiness. Okay. Let's just keep it simple. Yeah, toxic perfection, maybe. I don't know. There's just like, there was something that hit me a certain way about that card, and it won't leave me alone. Hi kara. This is a big loud moon. Now we just did the moon. It's like we just walked through the moon, and so I don't have to belabor the point that we're talking about divine femininity here. But in the breadbasket, that might be calling something way more simple forward. Maybe like the moon is there to, yes, speak to somebody who is more centered in the realm of dream than reality or materiality. Yeah, it's a symbol. So is it a symbol of somebody who's kind of like experiencing themselves as lost in the mystery, or are they the powerful moon themselves, like reflecting divine energy? But hopefully you can answer that question. This is the energy created between you. Guess what? There is a bond available there in the material space. There's balance on offer. That's interesting. Balance amid action. Well, perhaps. I mean, but also just think about it. Like, that card shows material connectivity. It shows. If it's verbal, it shows the gathering force of the dual as it moves towards the 3. But in Pamela's deck, it also is just there to offer a doorway into all sorts of metaphors around balance and material simplicity, the ability to withstand sudden moves. But it's in the realm of the real. Sure, I like that. Feel the good with the bad. I mean, anything hermetic is going to go into that too. This is the priestess that we're talking about too. It's like we're building the gate with these cards, so that the 2 of Pentacles can be experienced as just like the most basic form of manifesting on the material plane. Under the, with the assumption being that the ace is on the other side of the so-called veil. As a symbol, it's just divinity's materiality that we can't experience at all. Anyhow, let's just see what this 4th card has to say around what's to come of this bond. This is a pretty promising card, I must say. Mother Earth! As a symbol, you can take her as health. You can take her as like a deep connection to the most life-giving aspects of the material plane. If you are attaching velocity to the Queen of Pentacles, yes, I would say slow is a good word. The grounded Earth sign, it's like you're not going to be moving around like air or fire for sure. You are going to be slow, if mobile at all. But you're connected to the source. But as far as these cards are arrayed for the breadbasket, it's definitely complex. That moon is so complicated. That queen is so vague. And they're both feminine in aspect. Is the queen referring to you? Is the queen referring to the relationship on some symbolic level into itself? Is the queen referring to them? Who is experiencing the queen's sense of connectedness to the elemental realm? Or power, I should say, over it, not connectedness. So many questions. Bottom of the deck is a fiery Knight of Swords, suggesting, of course, the hot pursuit of a new idea. The hot pursuit of a new idea. Scorpio, would you like a 5th card? A little pizza advice? A little pizza advice? 4 Cups. Now, on its most basic level, that 4 of Cups is going to be there to beckon you towards emotional stability. But then you got the Pamela situation. The Pamela artwork welcomes a whole bunch of other interpretations, where you start to think about things like, is that an Ace of Cups energy coming from divinity that's being offered as the 4th cup? And am I being beckoned toward that by the artwork here? Am I that person staring at the 3 known cups? Or the 3 cups symbolizing the ignition of the life process, staring at those 3 cups and wondering how to make any of it real, just as the hand of God is reaching toward me with that 4th cup's worth of information? Is that what this is showing us? we see the blue background and we know that it's the divine, contextually speaking. We know that we're on planet God here, and we're being shown this image of somebody staring down at those 3 cups, those 3 powerful cups, the 3 cups of life, and with their arms crossed, suggesting that there's something missing, which is true. If you want 4 cups, you gotta find that 4th cup. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, this card. So as advice, when you get that card, sometimes the advice is to be on the lookout for that 4th inspirational cup. Sometimes the advice is to generate an awareness of the 4th cup. That happened to me when I was walking through some of the medical terrain that Cuddly and I were talking about earlier. Like, when I was thrust into a situation that was very difficult and emotionally challenging and hard, but, there was, no choice. No choice. Had to do it. And I got that 4 of cups. And that 4 of cups in that moment hit me as, look, there's a way forward here for you to find gratitude inside of even this situation. And if you do, then you will be giving yourself emotional stability. And if you don't do that, then you will not have emotional stability and you will suffer more. So that 4 becomes powerful and emperor-like, and it becomes choosing power. But, that artwork doesn't make that person look like somebody who's choosing anything, does it? So in many ways, the card remains something of a mystery. What are you saying about the Hermit? Man, have I been learning about the Hermit this week. Boy, oh boy, have I been learning about the Hermit. Holy mackerel! I don't think I've ever really understood the first thing about it until this week. Tell you the truth. I'm not ready to share anything about it at all. I'm still very much inside of it. But I will have things to share. That's for goddamn sure. Jesus Christ. Wait a minute. Who's talking about Keter? Who's talking about Tiferet? Amen and hallelujah. I love it. I'll talk to you about them Sephiros all day long. I'm not even kidding. Hey, Saturnus, LVX, you ever listen to Dion Fortune or try to read that stuff? I'm so pronounced. That's right. I just discovered that Spotify had a audiobook of Mystical Kabbalah, and I've been listening to it. And you know what? It's the kind of thing, it's perfect if you're cleaning the house, because you don't, you know how that stuff is. It's just flowing over you after a certain point. And if you've got the lexicon in your head and you understand the basics, you can kind of just listen to it and then tune in and then tune back out again. And so I've been doing that, and I've gotten a lot of little things out of that. Just letting it wash over you. I would classify myself as still a novice, 100%. I feel like I'm a 1-year-old, if that. But boy howdy, am I on board. Boy howdy, am I on board. Should I ever say boy howdy again, or never ever again? I think the answer was obvious. Don't ever use that again. Okay, fine. Fine, I won't. Rocket Teats, how are you? Oh, is anybody getting to see actual northern lights? I'm so jealous if that's the case. I would love to see the northern lights, obviously. I'll say it, I long to see the northern lights. I long for them. I've been guitaring for 1 million years. Me. I'm a grimy old man, Raven Galactic. Have I been churning along in roughly this talent level? Yeah, the entire time. Yeah, basically. Yeah, not too much better or worse than where I am right now. Yeah, pretty much. No, actually, all truth be told, I was never this good at guitar as I am right now. And I recognize that is completely perceivable in both directions. Both directions. So be it. I'm proud of the way that I play now. It makes me feel good to be able to play this weird way. I feel like I own this way. There's nobody else can quite do it like me. Not like that. Why would they? I don't want a fancy girl, powder and paint. Bump, 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 bump. Do, 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 do. Anna overseas is calling and I like it. Come on in, Anna. Let's do a duet. Do, 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 do. There you are. Hello. Hello. Breaker, breaker.
Can you hear me?
Yes! Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Bones. How are you doing?
I am okay. How are you?
My eyes are closed because it is that I'm happy to be here.
I'm reaching for the ability to hear you.
I'm so sorry. I have a tendency to mumble.
It's okay. You can literally whisper, but you just got to whisper directly into the microphone of your phone. I also think I have Raven Galactic on this call as well. It seems like Stream Together just fuel dumped the entire audience into an open microphone situation. I hope it works out. So anyway,
Allow myself to introduce myself.
see, there's Raven. Raven's coming through loud and clear. Good evening, Raven. Anna, are you still with us?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, this is getting stronger.
I wanted to call in to tell you a story about the Northern Lights.
Yes.
So when I was much younger than I am now, and I lived in a town much further north, I saw the Northern Lights for the very first time, and I was walking across a bridge that was made out of wood, that was so dangerous it doesn't exist anymore, with a young man that I would flee the country to get away from many years later.
Jesus.
And we looked at the sky, and the Northern Lights were across the entire sky in shades of green and purple. And it was like a cloth was dancing across the sky.
Oh,
And one thing they do not tell you about being in the middle of the night in a very small town on a rickety bridge over a very gentle creek, and the snow has fallen and the world is silent, is that you can hear the Northern Lights.
you can hear.
There is a crackle to them when it is very quiet, and they
my
are
God.
very close. And there is also a bit, it is very faint, a smell of iodine. Not iodine, ion.
Ions.
Yeah. That you can smell just a little bit when the night is very still.
Oh my
The
gosh.
Northern Lights are so beautiful, and they come in so many colors, but I think the best way they are viewed is in the middle of a dead winter night.
Where you can actually smell them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm eager for it. I feel like I've got a chance now because my child goes to school in Edinburgh, so I think you can see them from there, and maybe she'll let me crash in her dorm. I don't know. I mean, how do I get there? I'll sort it out one way or another. I've got to see it though. I got to see it. Yeah.
What you really want to do is go to the Isle of Skye.
Okay. Like just don't mess around. You want to walk yourself directly to the seat of the throne. Go see it for real.
The Isle of Skye. I mean, to be fair, I have not been there for a very long time. In Scotland has become much more touristy since I lived there. The Isle of Skye feels like you've entered the past.
Sure.
They will take you to these natural things. Like, I so remember the waterfalls and the fairy glen and the way that the entire island feels like you are surrounded by fog.
Yeah.
And at any point you might accidentally slip into another time.
Yeah.
A mysterious fog.
It's a very mysterious fog. It is caused by the weather.
Or is it?
It's a transcendental fog.
Exactly. Look, like the availability is there for all of the above or none of the above. If you want to just experience it as weather, go for it. I like it as a transcendental fog. But that sounds incredible. How long were you there for? I mean, or how long does one go for? I mean, do you go for a weekend? Do you go for a week?
So we were young and we were on a backpacking tour
Copy.
and we were there for 3 days. And I have many, many cherished memories
I bet.
of that time, and that is one of them. It's a thing where I want desperately to go back, but I know that I can never go back because what I really want is to be young,
Oh, but
filled with all that hope.
okay. But well, that opens up a can of worms, doesn't it?
I
Anyway.
know.
That opens up a huge can of worms. Like, are you trying to bait me into a long philosophical conversation around whether or not you can access the energy of your own youth? I think you can. I think it's
Honey,
available. It's available. You know.
Well, she's only 23. Don't.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
criticize her youth.
like, look, dude. It's like, yeah, you're not 18 anymore. All right, none of us are.
No, she's 23.
Exactly. You know, like you can't do the same things like when you were 18. Now you're 23. You got responsibilities. Sorry. The tough love parent comes out. Hey, sorry. Are you having some emotions? Well, that's just too bad.
There's a song called "The Song Remembers When" by Trisha Yearwood. Do you know that one?
I don't, but I'm not versed in Trisha Yearwood.
The line, "We were young and were in love and we were easy to convince,"
Oh God.
always makes me think of living in Scotland.
I love it. Well, that's the fun part. That's the fun part. Like I have teenagers in my life, and so like I'm watching teenagers do things for the first time, and make the same stupid mistakes I made, and you're like, well, yeah, but like they've got to make them too, right? Don't they? I mean, like does that change? Not really. Like it's part of being
I
young.
teach mostly 18 to 25-year-olds.
How are they doing?
Every year, I am like, oh my God, why didn't someone stop me when I was 18 to 25?
Yeah, but
But I am not stopping them.
No, I mean also we don't understand their world. I don't think we understand their world the way that they do
no.
at all.
No.
I don't think we have the first idea what actually it's like. But we think we do, but it's like no, we don't.
I do tell them regularly that I hope at least some of them are having inappropriate sex, because this is the age at which to do that.
Dude, I don't know, man. I think that they're gonna judge themselves, and we're not gonna be able to control that. That's my experience of teenagers so far. Is that like yes, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. You can't control shit. Like you can't control their reactions. You can't control any of it. They've got to experience it themselves. You can only love them through it. You know what I mean? Like that's it. Be supportive and nice. And confirmed for them that they're not crazy and that they're still really good people, and it's just like all the weird shit that's happening is just happening, if that makes any sense. Like remove morality from it.
May I sing you a song?
Go for it.
If I die young,
wait, I got
bury me in satin.
Hold up, I gotta take my headphones off if you're gonna do that, because you're so loud and I don't have a way of controlling your volume.
Sorry.
No, it's like you come in clean, and then I don't do you like nobody knows this software.
If I die young,
There you go, baby.
bury me in satin.
That's better.
Lay me down in a bed of roses. Save me to the
There you
river.
go.
If I'm not.
There you go. Look, there's little forest creatures like walking up to the studio now. They want to hear more. Go on, keep singing.
I forgot.
Ah,
the lyrics.
Christ! Now all the forest creatures went away. Anna, are you with us still?
I am.
Oh,
She
good.
is.
Getting cuddled by a dog.
Oh, good. Well, stay here. I was shuffling like the evil woman from the movie Get Out. I'm trying to hypnotize everybody. Is it working?
Can I keep singing? Me a rainbow is up.
Who wants cards? Rocket Teats, do you want cards? Scorpio, do you want cards?
A baby knife of a short
This
line.
time, since we've got guests that I've sort of cavalierly left off of the screen, I'm not going to put them on the screen this time. Vanna Not White is here to say hello, and I'm here to say hello to you, Vanna Not White. Welcome. Yes, we're taking readings. I'm going to give Rocket a general right now. And my guests, Raven Galactic and Anna. No, Anna, you may not leave. We're about to do a reading, and you're going to be doing it.
My reading is...
No,
that
you're reading these cards
future-
for Rocket right
future
now.
thoughts
I'm
that-
not reading these. This is going to be
cannot
your
read
reading for.
cards.
Come on.
I cannot read cards, my
Sure
love.
you can. No, it's
The
fine.
dogs are better at it than I am.
All right, Rocket.
You are a lovely person, and
Thank you.
I am going to take these dogs to bed
Okay.
because it is probably that time.
Fair.
But I wanted to thank you
Of
for
course.
another lovely stream, and
My pleasure.
remind you that you can hear the northern lights
Oh,
on the quietest of winter nights.
that's beautiful. That is a beautiful thought that we will all carry with us.
I just got a shiver.
There it is.
Good night.
Thank you, Anna. Have a great night. Have a restful night. You and your dogs. Okay, Rocket. General reading for you, Rocket. You know I'm doing the on dare or lose. That's right. We're kicking it around $36,000. It's fine. Card number 1. Will this card ever go away? Look, you've seen me. I shuffled this thing 1,000 times. It's the Eight of Swords again. So, the story begins in some form of self-imprisonment. Mental variety. And then we move from there toward a freedom of the heart. And a power within the heart, a King of Cups emerges. And from a King of Cups, or I should ask, what is this King of Cups staring toward? Interesting. A new idea. Or a child, Rocket. But likely it's more some form of a new idea. Some kind of a new concept in play. Am I looking at a story right now in this triptych? Am I looking at a story of, back then I was sort of in a prison of my own design. But now I'm in a place of great power, courtesy of my kingly control of the emotional realm, or kind of like, embodiment of emotion at its most powerful. I mean, these are big, loud symbols, Rocket. Okay, so you're a prisoner of your own mind in the Eight of Swords, and then you're being beckoned divinely in that same gray background toward the strength, the strongest aspect of the open heart, and the most outwardly reaching aspect of the open heart, toward a new idea, towards a new horizon in the realm of the will or in the realm of the intellect. The cards are drawing a picture that looks a little bit like that. What is the star up there in the sky? Stability in the realm of the real. Four Pentacles. It's like, just what I want is to actualize, is the way that I would read that. Unless you've got a wrinkle. We're talking about lowercase letters here in the Minor Arcana. We're talking about matters that are human-sized. So on that, all of that said, I stare down at these 6 cards, and I see you there in the center, the King of Cups, the open-hearted King of Cups, moving away from a place of mental imprisonment and moving toward a place where there's maybe some unsureness, maybe a little bit of insecurity inside of a new idea, but also all of the optimism implied inside of a new idea. And then there, as a focus of the moment, as a goal, one hopes, you find 4 Pentacles. That Emperor is number 4, if that's the case. And one hopes that I'm not far away. The cards have 2 pieces of advice to give you. Are you ready? Piece of advice number 1. Number 1. Piece of advice number 1. Yeah. Interesting. 6 Wands. So, what are we seeing there? Well, the cards are like, the conjuration of that card is basically the idea of being seen and appreciated and loved for your passionate self, for your passionate truth. There's a sense of reward at the heart of this card. Is that something you can, orchestrate for yourself necessarily? Or is that something that the cards are just pointing up as, like a potential North Pole if you're the magnet in need of a directional pole? I don't know. You get it. Piece of advice number 2. Well, now this is interesting, because it's now, from all of this sort of lowercase energy, crash, the World card has come smashing through here. And you are being, okay, I can see a way into this. Look, I'm just going to tell you as I see it. You've got to get out of, you got to get out into the world is a way to read these 2 cards. I think, I don't want to be too strident about it, but at the same time, I don't want to not be strident about it. It's like, be seen. Be seen. Do not be the negative version of this card where you've created a world that is a proximity to the divine universe, but is not the divine universe, where this becomes a static image, and you rot on the vine. That might be a negative and harsh way to read that card. The positive way of which would be to say, go out there and find a new world. Find a new world. This is all coming from Planet Divine, by the way, with that blue background. So, like, you're being sent messages from God's television station, if we're in the parlance of John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness movie, where people are receiving messages in their dreams that look like gritty VHS tapes that are being beamed into their subconscious minds via invisible space beam or something. One of the most scary, weirdly effective, like, horror movie images, to the point where I'm sitting here talking about it right now. It really got to me, and it still does. The idea of, like, a broadcast being broadcast into your subconscious and being picked up by everybody in a group at the same time. And by that broadcast being a grainy VHS tape, like a security camera footage kind of vibe, or like an eyewitness on the street vibe. And it keeps on cutting off before you see what the message is, because the dreamer keeps waking up. Oof. Unnerving. That movie was so unnerving. Prince of Darkness. Any fans? That's right. Nobody up here watches movies, or even seems to be aware that there's a medium called that. I like that about this place, though. I like that about Twitch. I think Twitch is a fascinating ecosystem unto itself, media consumption-wise. What's your favorite? Rocketees, do you have a favorite film of all time? That's something that, like, my generation, I'm now, I think I'm around 83 years old. Like, my generation always, like, you could ask somebody, what's your favorite movie? And they would have an answer ready for you. Or they would, I mean, then, like, I guess in later years, that started to become more, oh, I don't know, I can't decide. I can't decide. But, that's more of an adult way to answer that. I can't decide. I've done that 1,000 times. When you're a kid, you go, oh, well, my favorite movies are as follows. And then you rattle them off. Superbad, there you go. Good answer. Well, it's a great, funny movie. The comedies of one's childhood are the ones, right? The ones you watch 1,000 times. The ones that I watched 1,000 times. I watched the dumbest movies 1,000 times. And loved every second of them. And still do. But what's a modern film, Rocket Teats, that you would say you love, right? Like Rocket Teats' favorite movie of the 2020s so far. The 2020s. I have one in my mind. It just popped in there. What's yours? Frozen 2, right, Rocket Teeth? No, Inside Out 2. No. Your favorite movie of the 2020s is the new Puss in Boots movie. Is that true? That's what I'm talking about. That's a very, that is somebody, I would say, I would point to you, Rocket Teeth, and I say, you're somebody who does not watch a lot of movies. It's just not in your diet. Oh, did they have a death character? And I like when they do that too. Puss in Boots, is that emanating from the Shrek universe? I feel like that's emanating. I've seen, in my parenting eras, I encountered some Puss in Boots content. Yeah, sure. I watched some of the Shreks. Sure, I seen the Shreks. I Shrek with you all day long. Fucking world, huh? What's up? Phones are open. It's only 11, so the fact that I'm kind of banging into hour 4 doesn't hit as hard. What's up, Vanna Not White? You want to spin? You want some cards? Vanna Not White, we haven't thrown cards in a minute, have we? Let's get into something. You want to turn your pitch into a series? Vanna Not White, are you out here in Hollywood? The most glamorous place on earth? Holy crap. You're talking industry insider talk. Not yet? Well, I don't know. I guess I could describe what it smells like. Would that be helpful? If I describe what it smells like tonight. Oh, Hollywood. Delicious! Spoiler alert, it smells delicious. Alright, but you've got you're working on something creative. You got a series. You want to turn your pitch into a series. Look, you know me, I'm not gonna be able to necessarily nail it in terms of it's gonna be spot on about specifically your work stuff. I just don't know how to throw cards like that. But let's think about this. Is there a creative way into it? Maybe there is a way. Oh, I know. Well, okay, so walk me through exactly what the situation is. Is this something that we can use the Andromeda's breadbasket spread on, so that it'd be to examine energy, you know what I mean? She seemed to really like the pitch, so you've pitched. Well, I mean, basically, if you, I'll explain to you the breadbasket. You, someone else, the energy created between you, and what happens? You pitch to her, and she works for a network asking for a grade. Okay. So if I did the breadbasket, it would be you and her. We would look at the energy created between you and her and the material result. Does that feel like it would get somewhere? Oh, no, she's already on board. Sorry, I should just shut up and let you type. So she wanted a few days to think about it, but then she's keen on it, and we are hoping to do something with it great. Onward, right? Onward we go. Is there a way into a breadbasket? Will there be network approval? I get it. Interesting. So what if it's your project is number 1, the network is number 2, energy created, material result? Would that work? So it's basically vibing out you versus the network, you plus the network equals what, That'd be an interesting way to just check it out. I mean, maybe it comes back and it just doesn't make sense. And you're oh, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe that's not the way to do this. I mean, we're just experimenting. But I don't know, let's try it. I'm curious because that seems like that would feel like that would work. My God, I think my scalp's gonna rip off my skull because of all the Diet Coke I've drank tonight. What's my problem? Why do I just slam? I know exactly why. It's the desire to have a little bit too much pressure on the gas pedal. I just want a little too much pressure on that gas pedal at all times. No matter, and if I can't have it one way, I'll have it a different way. Anyway, Vanna Not White, that's not your problem right now. We're thinking about your project, thinking about that network, the network approval. I hope that stuff's moving around. If it is out there, let me know. I just like to hear good news. Everybody I know out here is basically suffering. Is there's very little being made. Period. There's just not a lot being done out here. It's not easy. There is a state of it feels like a state of shock. I think the fires are a major part of that also. Pretty serious state of shock. But, all that can be true, and you can catch a green light. So hopefully you do. Let's get in here. So, okay. In we go. Pulling you in. You and your project, creative output, your baby. And we're going to just throw 4 cards down. We're going to say you. We're going to say the network. This is the energy. Come on. Give us some good news. Give us some good news. Now, I could... look, let's just take a deep breath. Whatever these cards have to say. We're open. We're open. Just let us know. We're humble. We're coming to these cards. We're coming to these cards humble and open and interested. What can you tell us? Okay, say the cards. Here's you. Here's your project. Wow. Here's them. Wow. Right there. The warmth of the lovers meets... Yes, the hermit is the network. That's right. And that's not surprising to me, because there's only one network. It's lonely at the top. Right? This, on the other hand, is the concept of true divine love. Okay? In all of its glory. I mean, you can unpick this image and go anywhere you want around it, but the gist here is, I think, the way that I'm choosing to read this is it. This is like the most pure form of something, not something, of love. And then here, these are both forms of divinity, by the way. These are both on equal, playing fields, okay? You aren't being cast as a mere mortal in like a 6 of cups, like a little baby. Oh, a cute little 6 of cups. No, you got the whole, all 4 of the elements are present and accounted for. Same here. That 9's a little bit higher up the food chain, but I would just choose to read that. Yeah, older people, but it's like a lonelier position that they're in. There's not as many of them. And sure, you can just say, yeah, and they're quote unquote wise. They're trying to bring life to the network because they feel like they're being phased out by the times. They are being phased out by the times. Can't you smell it in the air? Well, I'm sorry, but like as an ancient man, 78, 87, I can never quite remember. I can speak to the fact that my generation is discovering overnight that a lot of what they have spent their entire careers honing is no longer a valuable skill in the same way. Sometimes I'm 78, sometimes I'm 87. I just don't remember. That's part of the joy of being that old. Oh, the joys of being in my 70s. And yet having so many eerily Gen X focused reference points. Anyway, look at these 2 cards. It's tough, but it's not impossible. All it says is that we've got... I like how it's like action figures meeting on a stage. Action figures, puppets. You can call them puppets. Did I do that right? Yes. This is the energy. This is the material result. So the energy then is coming next. And the material result will be right there. Cool. Like I just did a card trick thing. So, what's the energy between these 2 entities? I love it. Let's make reality in the form of a King of Pentacles. The King of manifested reality is the energy created between you 2. Father Earth, huh? What is the material result? Congratulations. The cards are suggesting that you will be going forward into the actualization process, that you will be moving into the creation process happily, as embodied there in a 3 of Pentacles, wherein an artisan displays their wares for the first time to a set of collaborators. Not bad, Vanna, not white. Not bad at all. That's a very interesting way to do the breadbasket. I like that. It sort of takes a bit of the structural element of Nandira's 6-card spread by putting the energy as the star. I like it in these 2 cases because it gave the hermit something to look at. That's bonkers, though, that the cards cast the 2 of you in such clear positions. Thank you, Saturnus. Andromeda's breadbasket it feels like the chef's knife that's always sharp and ready to be used. Whereas the 13-card Solomon spread is the long walk through the forest of someone's energy. A completely different vibe. You're welcome, Vanna Notwhite. Thank you for opening your energy up for us to experience. I enjoyed reading. Oh my gosh. Did I just get a wave of tired Raven Galactic? Do you want some cards? I'm ready. I think I'm like fading. All of a sudden, like I felt like the robot, like energy went. No, I can buck up. You know why? Guess what? Here it comes. Wait for it. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's 11:11 p.m. My energy is completely returned. I feel perky and like I just started doing this. And you're asking for a love reading, which means that we go back to the breadbasket, right? Are you throwing yourself into the breadbasket with somebody? Is that the idea? Good. Okay, great. I like it a lot. I love it a lot. Yeah. Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get an amen? Yes, I can. Yes, I will. All right. Let's drop bombs on this situation. I want a massive love reading. Well, I'm not going to say anything about giving you anything. I don't know. Am I giving you one thing here? No. The cards are simply feeding your energy back through me. Don't ask how it works. There's no explanation for it. Science will never understand. Science will just be babbling off to the side, like basically sucking on its own thumb, talking about AI, watching the Amazon rainforest burn.
Can I get a hallelujah?
Oh my God! And then and then he beamed in for a love reading that is indeed.
Well, because I don't want to interrupt your stream. However,
you're here. You're here. You're here. I kind of knew you were there, and then I kind of was like, maybe he decided to jump off. I don't even know.
No,
I didn't even bother.
I err on the side of not interrupting your stream.
It's fine. Well, I think you choose a perfect amount of decorum. So thank you. Thank you for having some decorum, unlike some people, Anna. Look, anyway, we're here to do a massive love reading.
Massive.
All right.
Needs to be
all right, here
like drop dead, like when's my love coming in?
When is my love coming in? Well, that's not like the breadbasket is you and somebody else's energy. Is that okay?
It's fine. It's just I don't know who the other energy is.
Well, then it's not the breadbasket that we need to see. But I don't have like the crystal ball spread. Let's invent it right now. All right. Okay. You want a crystal ball answer. What's the specific answer that, like, in a perfect world these cards are going to deliver for you, right?
Could you find me a love that isn't going to take advantage of me?
So, all right. That's step one, find me a love. Which is in itself, like, can I please shoot a hole in one at golf?
Yes,
and also, I don't play golf. So basically, like, despite the fact that I never will walk onto a golf course, can I please have a hole in one? You're saying, like,
no, just not like I want a 7. Like I'd like a lady that's a 7 over par, but is just as embracive and loving as someone who is a 3 under par.
The metaphors are completely over my head. I don't actually know golf rules. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to indicate like I did.
You're fine. Just like a girl who likes me.
Well,
is that okay?
Who doesn't love that? Who doesn't?
I just want some girl who likes me.
Yes, I think that's a fair thing to ask for in this world. Still, even in 2025, one should be able to ask that you are allowed to experience in a mate somebody who likes you. Who likes you? Like,
and doesn't turn off that like whenever they see something they don't like. Like, I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, I like you. You like me. Great.
I feel you. To a certain extent, I think I understand. I get it. You want what everybody wants, to be understood, embraced for what you are. Period. Right? Like, just like I want to be seen. I want to be not rejected. And I want to be, and I
just
want to in fact
accepted
be
for who I am, and not judged for who I am.
That's right. Is that so much to ask? .org.
No.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't. It's like, who the fuck knows? I don't know what's too much to ask anymore. I have no concept for it. Do you? It seems to me like too much to ask is a completely self-designated amount. And that if you decide that you deserve something, you'll probably just go pursue it until you get it. you know? And if you decide that you don't deserve something, then you definitely will not do that. You won't preserve, you won't chase it down.
Well,
But the weird thing is, what I'm coming to realize is, like, at least for myself, how it's like how foreign being in the active mode feels after having been passive for so many years. You know what I mean? Like having rested for so many years.
oh, brother.
Does that connect
Where
for
art
you?
thou? It does. So here's the deal. A lot of people are very, opinionated, and it's a tough world, bro. I'm just saying, it's a very opinionated, tough world.
Sure.
And so the stigma and the pitfall is that you must feel worse for yourself or feel less of yourself because someone else has told you that you are not worthy of your own love. And so the deal is that the problem is that I don't know what to call it. Like, this is an ongoing formula for me, which is you are worthy.
Yeah.
You are a worthy person, but people out there in society is saying that in order for them to feel better about themselves, you must not feel good about yourself. You must feel that there is something lacking in you. And I'm like, there's nothing lacking in me. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know where you're coming from. And so for me at this point, it's like, hey, okay, I'm not listening to you anymore.
Describe the negative feedback. Like, what are you getting? That's like it seems like you're being told negative things about yourself.
Yes, because I am smart, just intellectual. I like to analyze things as that. There is a issue where, okay, back up, roll out. I really enjoy ladies. They're beautiful people, but I'm not willing to just say, hey, you look okay, or physically. I'm a sapiosexual, if that makes any sense. I enjoy the fact that ladies who are intelligent. I like intelligence.
Oh, yeah, that's what that word means, right? Like,
yes, sapiosexual is like,
yes,
I'm not attracted to your physical qualities. 100%. I'm attracted to the fact that I can have a conversation with you.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
10-4.
Okay.
Cool. That's positive. But I don't know. It seems like you're experiencing a lot of like pushback or resistance.
Yes. There societally or socially or societally, there seems to be a trend of you must conform. You must believe what we believe in order for you to be accepted. And I'm like, I see what you're saying, but I don't really conform with the idea that I must change my perception of myself or my perception of other people. Or put down other people in order to feel that I am better or worse than someone else. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Right.
Who cares?
You haven't found but have you found any group situation that feels comfortable to you? I mean, like where you feel like solidly embraced, like you're among peers and all that stuff.
No, absolutely not.
No, you have not.
Because there's always a factor that says, well, in order for you to belong to us, you must believe that XYZ.
Fair enough. I mean, I believe you.
All right, very fair. Yeah.
So it seems like there's like you have a quest in front of you to find like comfort in people, like people that you can relax around and be embraced by, as opposed to rejected.
Yes, correct.
Got it. Yeah, that's
to the point where I live in the desert. I don't have any neighbors.
But that's a choice. True? Like
that is a conscious, logical choice to say, hey.
Sure.
I respect people, I respect society, I respect everything in this life, but on the other hand, I don't want to deal with it.
Look,
I don't want to
Raven
deal with the
Galactic,
Joneses looking at. Yes, sir.
you can say you're a mystic. I know you're a mystic. You're in divinity school.
Yes.
You're in the desert.
Yes.
That's very middle of the road for a mystic, and I appreciate your embrace of the basic. But I don't know. You're like what are you saying? You're saying you're lonely, but then you're in the desert. It's like there's a tension there between the two parts of you that want things, right? Like the part that wants to be like in control and safe, and the part that wants to be the opposite of that and out in the world where you might get beat up a little, or a lot. Fuck, I don't know. Don't look at the old man for advice. Go talk to a fucking kid.
I'm not lonely. I'm not lonely. I'm not lonely. I'm just tired of being alone.
So that's
if that makes any sense. I am alone. I'm alone.
Yes.
I am not lonely.
I understand.
I appreciate my self-worth.
Yes. You're not suffering. You're not suffering because
no,
you're
I'm not.
I understand.
Believe me, I work on my porch every day. I'm remodeling my porch.
I get it. You have found satisfaction on your own.
Yes.
On your own terms.
Yes.
I envy you.
That is the secret to life.
Dude, I envy you.
That's the secret to life.
I respect where you have found yourself. That took work. So good on you.
Oh, a lot of work, sir.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Yeah. So you did the work.
And yes.
But nobody's gonna come wandering into that. You're gonna have to go find somebody. You know that. It's like you gotta.
I put a gate up. I don't want anybody coming wandering in my.
Well, then, what you can't have two things at once. It's like you gotta. It's like.
Well,
maybe you can.
Maybe okay. Maybe some lady that likes recluses. Okay,
well, look, I think in 2025 that's actually doable. The internet is worth something out there. Where at least you could probably if you start now and if you reach into yourself and pretend like you're doing this as an act of magical will, say, you know what, I'm going to find somebody for myself, and I'm putting that energy into the universe, and as trite a way as that can sound, I'm going to pursue this, but then really do it in the active mode and say, this is my mission, my godly mission. As God, dictates, I will do this, goddammit. And then do it. It'll happen.
Open phones, I tell you, I want to have a love reading. I want love. I want love in my life.
I hear you. You want love in your life, goddammit. Well, and guess what? I think we've already covered how I feel about it. You just got to get into the active mode around it. But whatever.
Yes.
All of that said, all of that grand information exchange, we haven't even looked at these cards. I haven't cut these cards. Let's cut them right now. I'm just trying to think how best to serve you in this moment.
Do not overthink it. You did not have to do that. God is willing. God is best. And just
okay. Look, I'm
throw some.
There, okay, so look, there you are. There you are. All right, that's what's in my hand right now.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about yourself? You feel like you are on uncertain ground in the realm of the material. I'm just kind of let's just go. Thinking about power in the realm of passion. That seems fair. Active. We were talking about active. I mean, it seems like the big thing that we were both agreeing on is that it's tricky and hard to occupy active space when you haven't been doing it for so long. You know what I mean? It makes me really ponder how long it can be between times that you move into the active mode, especially when you enter the abyss of middle age, the quicksand pit of middle age.
50 is the new 30.
So here in the rooted energy, we find some beautiful, that's Mother Earth energy, right? That's the Queen of Pentacles.
Yes.
That feels good. That feels like relief. Lesson of the moment. We'll wait. Context. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, the virginal priestess, right? Desperate to move into the Empress 3. What's the lesson of the moment then? Wow. How do you read that? The Nine of Cups in that.
That I have that abundance is all around me, but yet I'm still thinking of all of the down things that I've had in my life, and your first card that you pulled, that was with the Knight of Swords.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey,
There it is. Yeah.
you're attacking me. You're, you know, everything is going on, but yet all of the other cards that were pulled were cards of hope.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And also
See what I'm saying?
strength. I mean, like this is like
Strength. Everything is hopeful except for the two cards that you're holding. So, when I look at those, I say, hey, I know that those aren't my destiny. Those are not, you know, even just the whole, you know.
I don't think anybody's destiny is a 9 unless you are, like, it's just like the Hierophant. Unless you are literally going to be a Hierophant or a Hermit, whatever, you know, whatever that symbolically ends up translating into in a modern sense. Like, otherwise, like, I think that those are meant to describe, you know, just steps on the ladder. They're just like, and temporary.
It's emotional. This is an emotional reading, sir.
Yeah.
This is a perspective reading. Now, how do I govern as a masculine, white, straight male? How do I govern what that says to me? And what I think that it says to me is that it's not as bad as you think it is.
Right.
And so, like,
That's
the
right.
very first card was that Nine of Swords, and it pierces me. Like,
Conscious mind.
it's conscious mind. But yet, your Page of Pentacles looks to hope.
That's right.
The King of Wands looks to strength.
That's right.
The High Priestess looks to feminine energy. The Nine of Cups looks to...
Well, it looks inward. It's. I mean, you can see this as a strengthening in the realm of emotion.
Yes, right.
That's available
and
here.
I don't know how to interpret that. I'm sorry. I digress to your spirituality, because it's like, what's that guy doing? Is he just happy that there's some bunch of fucking cups in his over his head, or what? Like, I'm not
I think
trivializing it.
No. I think like honestly, I think I can start to hopefully bring a response.
Thank you.
This.
Thank you. This is why I'm here.
Yeah. Like it's because I've in the last 2 days experienced Hermit energy, in 9 energy, like Nines of Swords is, and you know, like I somewhere along the line recently I read in the Hermit. I won't be able to remember exactly where, like, the idea, it was probably Jodorowsky, like, the idea that the Hermit is there to symbolically sever ties with, quote-unquote, the past, you know? And you're like, okay.
Oh, fuck.
And you're like, okay, cool. Okay, sure.
Pardon me.
No. And you're like, and you're just like, okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. And you're just like, ouch. But then, but so, you know, I guess I've been understanding that on paper for a long time now. Basically, like, you know, since I've started down the road of these cards, I've had to deliver on interpretations of the 9. And then, you know, finally, I just experienced one of those 9s in a different way. Where it was about, it's like, I don't know, it's like, so, I don't even know if I can express it exactly, but it was like choosing something that was so dramatically, like, severing a tie with the past in a way that was, like, basically, chopping a limb off in certain ways. Like, that kind of pain, that kind of agony is the 9s.
Yes.
You know, like, it's that kind of like, Jesus Christ, I didn't realize it was going to be that expensive. And you're like, oh yeah, man, it's that expensive. That's what it actually cost all along, man. That's the Hermit.
Okay, so what I see is that I live in a life of abundance, not in terms of, like, you know, material abundance, just like I'm spiritually full.
Sure.
But there's this guy that's just sitting there like, you know, I don't like myself.
Oh,
I hate
dude, I know that guy.
Like, yeah. I just would like to be more of something.
Yep.
And all of these effing cups are hanging over my head going like, you're good. You're good, bro. You know, don't worry about it. And he can't see them. See how he's looking forward?
Oh, yes.
And the cups are in the background.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
That's me. Like, I'd just like to wake up tomorrow and be like, hey, everything's okay.
Yeah. Okay then. Well,
okay.
The first 6 cards are down. Let's move on to the timeline. Let's put it on a timeline. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There it is. One.
Please don't tell me I'm bogarting your stream. By the way, I that's my.
No, Are we doing a fucking?
Self.
We're throwing cards out here. It's fine. Seeing as how I'm still here at midnight. Oh, I just enjoy this so much. What am I gonna do? All right, so from the past. Okay, fine.
Get it, work it, make it happen. What is it?
Oh, you're on a lag, huh? You're like 3 seconds behind me. That's funny as hell. Well, congratulations. There's your first card. Card number 2. Now, this is interesting because we got the Four of Wands there. And so is that the aspirational Four of Wands, like saying, I want a mate, you know, like that kind of like Pamela Coleman Smith. I want that, you know, maybe, but it's also something about stability within the realms of passion. Emperor style is available in that card. Let's see where it's going. Ugh, I'm sorry, but like we all know that the Five of Pentacles is there to discuss the fact that there's work to be done, but that's exactly what we've been talking about, isn't it? The idea that it's weird to be in a 5 as opposed to a 4. You know what I mean?
I do. It's like Tiny Tim, if you will. Like, hey, would you like to date me?
Sure, if you want to. Yes, that's perfect. I wouldn't change a note of that. I would just leave that untouched. No notes. Perfect interpretation. Congratulations, you did it. You hear these cards. Look at these cards.
I do. It's great.
All right, so
you know, I really resonate with the death card because it says, "Hey, like get over yourself."
Yeah.
You know, like don't look at age or beauty or anything else. Just be like, "Hey, it could, you know." Could someone, you know?
Yes. Well, here's what I'll say. It's like the one thing that kind of connects to that I was thinking as you were saying it is that like in this 9 of Swords, you get the black background, you know. And, and as I've discussed,
every one of those swords is in that dude's back, man. It's like,
exactly.
Jesus.
And in the symbolism of Pam's deck, there's only so many black background cards, and they all attach to the Tower and the Devil. And and thus to the material, like the godless material realm, like the sort of
correct,
like the
artificial,
like the
social
that without spirit. So
yes,
you know, like the Death card, even on a color level, then becomes like the recycling of that, you know, or like the deletion of that godless matter and the creation
the pooping out.
Yes, exactly. There's a waste process attached to this that's available, you know, to clear the air of that murk.
Yes,
it's such murk, is it not?
Yes,
we know that murk,
man. Yes, I get it. I've seen it.
And look, the cards are suggesting that there's more murk. Like this is not a gold backgrounded card or a blue one. This isn't
there is no golden throne of womanhood. There's
the pursuit. There's just the pursuit.
Pain.
No, you got okay, I don't have to walk you through the finer points of how like if you carry a positive impulse, a positive energy within yourself, you're more likely to attract.
I do.
So it's like
just like people suck, not men, not women. Just
God.
People suck.
That now, look, I know I've been there, but look, maybe, trust me, that it doesn't have to be that way. You've got 4 more cards,
fair,
and they're all advice. Well, like the next 3
I'm gonna keep
our advice
for the next 4 cards. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
All right, man. So they suit yourself,
and I want you to
talk.
Express your divinity.
Oh gosh, okay, I will. All right, so there for now. Oh, how elegantly placed. All right, so you don't have to be told this, but many will need. To know.
I was really relieved that I didn't. I think you're a good guy.
What? Oh, thank you. Wait, you were relieved? What?
Well, I just think you're a good guy.
Well, thanks, man. I think you're a good guy.
Thanks, dude.
Happy to be out here on the godless internet. I want to. Look, man. If it's all going up in flames, I want a front row seat. Here we are, staring at 3 new cards that we haven't even looked at. Holy crap! Well, okay, the first of these cards, which is this one, is given the Kabbalistic designation of necessity. Cards say necessity dictates. Yeah, baby. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. The deck just screamed at you. You're not helping yourself anymore. It's like okay, fine, man.
No.
Copy that.
It's over. It's over. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get the fuck up.
And Liberty is going to be... Liberty.
Good, you're dead.
Look,
Liberty.
Liberty is dictated by the Magician card. Congratulations. Like your freedom will be dictated by...
You can manifest your own destiny.
By a new beginning.
Just shut the fuck up and move on.
It's a new beginning. It's available. And supreme reason here is, guess what? It's a 6 of Cups. It's a simple return to love at its most pure, its least cynical, and its most sustaining, and at its heart, its most self-directed. This is the self-love card par excellence.
Hey,
love thyself.
Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and love yourself in the process.
Look at that. So if the ultimate advice, supreme reason says, love yourself, close the fucking wound, and get going.
Yes, it's over. We're done. Time to stop feeling sorry for yourself.
And guess what? The 13th card is in my hand. Calm down, everybody.
Oh boy.
Don't worry, it's going to be
Simmer down.
A positive one.
Simmer down.
I don't have enough. I need a 3-dimensional space to do this spread correctly in this format. So anyway, there's the advice cards. There they are.
Copy that.
And then the evolution card is as follows.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 2 of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 2 of Wands. Look what they're doing in there. They're staring out at the horizon, and they're looking at a globe in their hand, saying, "Where are we going? Where are we going?"
Well, that's me. That's me in a process. It's like always looking towards the next. Always looking to the next horizon. Hey, great! Wow. What's next?
Connect to your divinity. That's what that gray background is saying.
Roger that.
And then reach for non-cynical love. Oh gosh, I know that's so easy. The easiest thing in the world. No big deal. Drop all your defenses. Galactic. Just put all your defenses on hold. You don't need them no more. I just want
simple love. Like, hi, do you like me? Yes. Do I like you? Yes. Great.
Look,
let's like each other.
It's going to be. Look, you're gonna probably have to titrate the whole thing. It's not just gonna be all at once. But
all right.
But definitely, it's as long as you can find a way into positivity.
But the lady that I'm gonna find is gonna be like, "Hey, you've been hurt." Yes, yeah, I've been hurt.
Like, all right. So will they. They will have been hurt too, probably.
Yeah,
hasn't everybody been freaking hurt at this point? Like plenty times.
Yeah, pretty much.
Show me the one who
that's
hasn't.
Society.
Yeah.
That's society at this point. Like, we got too many douchebags in this world.
I know. You're very interested in calling out the negatives in people, and I feel you because I have been there. It's but that can also be a way of you can be spending energy that you could be putting in other places, on that. I just know from my own experience, man, when I was in that place, I was ready to just go off on people or on entire concepts of people. It's I could picture a fireplace burning all that energy and spending it on what? That's the person. I had a version of myself before I quit drinking where I had a fake avatar that I made up to go up onto fascist social media sites and fuck with them. Fuck with Nazis and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What a great way to spend
the fact that you
Saturday night.
Identify. Yes, right. Anti-Nazi fascism.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah.
It's it was so diseased. It was such a shitty way to burn energy. But I did it.
And you spent hours and hours fighting something that cannot be fought.
Just basically playing the most dispiriting version of a video game ever conceived.
Yes.
Trying to talk a flat Earth Nazi off of any position ever. It's forget it. It's that's you might as well be arguing with a literal robot. In fact, maybe you are. Oh wait, Jimmy does that still. Jimmy still goes and gets on Truth Social and fucks with the
you get on
Nazis.
Arma 3 and
good for you, Jim.
Talk to Nazis. Wow.
Oh God, that was depressing. That was so depressing. What a depressing era of my life. Anyway, but that's just me. You're right. Like, I'm bringing my own stuff into this.
No, you're not. You're bringing the collective into this, and I applaud you. I admire you. I think that you are a great person.
No.
I think that at no point in your incoherent ramblings have you told me anything that would not lead me to believe that you are doing the light work.
Thank you.
The light work, not God's work, not the Lord's work, not Jesus's or anything else. Just you are making. Okay, so Mother Teresa says that you cannot do great things. You can only do small things with great love.
I like
And
that.
so you are doing very minute little pieces of things that help humanity be just a little better.
Thanks,
And you
man.
helped me tonight.
Thank you.
Just be like a micron better. That's all I wanted.
Thank you.
I just wanted to be a micron better than I did before I joined your stream.
Dude, that's the best news I've heard all month. I don't know. That's the best. That's why we're up here.
That's why I'm studying what I'm studying. Is I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And what, you know?
Oh gosh,
yeah.
That.
And ministry and divinity is not. It's salty, man. It's
You got the moon on the bottom.
all these milk toasts.
Sure,
Everyone is
sure.
milk toast here, man.
Look, man,
Come
it's like
on,
whatever.
man.
It's like you've been given access to information and you're taking advantage of it. That's all you got to think of it as, right? It's like, and also
Right.
the time that you're spending on this that not everybody gets to spend. You know, it's like
No,
the
not at all.
there's an exclusive aspect of that even in the most kind of like humdrum circumstances is special because like you could also be going to work at like a factory that kills chickens every day and that'd be like your life, you know. It's like
Right.
that exists too. You're lucky,
Right.
You get to go do this. Jesus, these cards. Well, I mean, it's like they gave you your fucking marching orders in a lot of ways, but it's like, and they're suggesting, yes, like there's work to be done. Whew. Oh, there's always work to be done. Wah.
So I talked to a Franciscan priest today.
Oh shit! Tell me
And
everything.
he said, yes. So the two questions that he posed to me were, why haven't you quit? Well, and he said, why haven't you left? And he said, and the second question was, why do you keep going? Why haven't I quit? Because it's worth it. Why do I keep going? Because there's something more to be done. There is something more going on that I don't know about, that I feel that I have the power to not. Mother Teresa said, you cannot do great things. You can only do small things with great love. And you say, hey, maybe there is something, maybe there is one person out there, not that I can save, not that I can help, but just that I can tell my story in the hope that it resonates with others.
I mean, why not just call it connection? You know?
Just, hey, bro.
Yeah.
What's up, brother? You know?
Totally.
And when we start looking deeply into that, we start looking into inner city LA gangs. We start looking into the depths of despair of, you know, indigenous Americans. And so we start looking into these things that we don't talk about, but yet people need help with.
Is that where you're thinking about going after you're completing?
Yeah, First Nations, migrants. Well, I live in southern Arizona, so, you know, giving
you
a
really
water
do live in the
bottle
desert.
to...
Damn.
Yeah, I do. So giving a water bottle to someone that's just traveled 6,000 miles from Guatemala is extremely important to me.
Right.
God just asks you, how can you be of service to others? And that person or that entity doesn't ask you why or how. It just says, could you keep asking the question?
Sure.
And just say, hey man, could you give a water bottle to someone that needs it? You know,
it's the easiest question to answer in the world. It's like that's what the Ace of Swords is the voice that says,
correct.
Yeah, man, you give the water to the person, obviously.
Correct.
Do you encounter a lot of people in that context?
Yes.
Come on, don't be a jerk. Sorry, everybody. You know what? As much as this is an inelegant way to end this, I've been on for over 4 hours. So maybe this is just the way we have to accept that the universe is letting us know it's time to quit. Raven Galactic, are you here?
Maybe.
Good. Thank you for spending the evening. It was great to talk to you about all this stuff. What a pleasure. Thank you, everybody. Obviously. Thank you, Anna, for calling in. Sorry for being blurry here at the end. Sorry, Saturnus LVX. Thank you, Saturnus LVX. Call in, but call in next time because it's time for me. Oh my gosh, it's almost midnight. It's almost midnight. I can't take it. It's almost midnight. Oh God. It's 11:59. It's 11:59. I'm shutting down everything. It's all getting shut down here. It's 11:59 and 21 seconds. Oh, we're gonna make it to midnight. What the? Ladies and gentlemen, she's here for her money again. It's on Dear or Lose. Hi. One more song. That's right. I've had just enough Diet Coke. Because it's midnight. I'm going to get it in before the minute elapses. All right, I'm going to dick around on key until I blow it. Midnight. I spent another lonely day thinking of you. Midnight. Tomorrow is on its way, empty and blue. I'm so lonely, lonely at midnight for you. Midnight, what a lonely time to weep. I don't know. Midnight, I should have been fast asleep hours ago. Still I'm crying, crying 'cause I miss you so. Midnight, I lie in bed awake and stare at nothing at all. Midnight, wondering why you don't care, wishing you call. Tears keep flowing like drops from a waterfall. Midnight, spent another lonely day thinking of you. Midnight, tomorrow is on its way, empty and blue. I'm so lonely, lonely at midnight for you. I'm so lonely, lonely at midnight for you. I'm so lonely, lonely